Hello everybody, this is Sangeeta and Ansel. As you know, in Seattle, your first challenge is the Seattle Freeze, making new friends. And similar to Nandita's idea, we want to bring in the folks whom you connect in the event, but also create events for yourself and bring this long-lasting connection. So we started with the Seattle Freeze and the unthawing and light up more connections. That's more of an idea that we want to bring into life. And Ansel is my partner. She was able to bring in more features into how we want to execute this idea as well. And I'm so glad I met Ansel, so this can fulfill into a long-lasting relationship as well through this idea. Go ahead, Ansel.
Yeah, so just couple more sentences on like the overview on some features that we implemented in our app. So the main idea is to build long-lasting friendships. So as we know, it's really hard sometimes for us to find people we not just like connect, but we can like connect through like different maybe shared experiences, hobbies, and maybe once you're out of college, it gets like way harder, right, to find people who really are like with you on the same vibes. Like you might be adventurous and other people might not. So you might be extrovert, somebody might be like introvert. So we're really trying to think how can we like maybe create this like profile creation like process as seamless as possible, and also add some questions that would be like helpful for us like to, let's say, figure out like your best match when it comes to like building friends. So we use like AI basically. We could use that like as for branding. We use AI to like help you find like the best match as a friend. So already like existing apps, like they're mostly like focused on maybe dating, on let's say like they're more like professional, like LinkedIn, right? Or let's say if you go on Instagram, it's like really surface level, and sometimes you usually just text people you already know, right? So it's really hard to like just go up there and talk to somebody. So this app is designed for you to actually like initiate conversations with somebody and maybe go on some events together based on your like shared interest before you are at the event. So you're already like expecting the person to be there. So this is like a quick overview of the profile creation process. So we start off with our name, and then what are we into? So like just basic maybe 3 main like points, and then where you're based in Seattle. For now, we just decided to concentrate on the Seattle area. And then also here are some links. Here's like some different social media. Sometimes you might be like really into listening to music and you would love to connect with somebody over that. So, or Pinterest, or like let's say if you are on Substack, nowadays a lot of people write articles. So there's different ways you can like find people. And then we have like, let's say different like personality traits, right? Like what's your friendship style like? Do you like, let's say, to meet in real life, voice calls or stuff like that? And then we can make some choices, and then continuing to our last step is what are you really here for? Are you looking for some fun or like long-lasting relationships? You can add a fun fact about yourself, and then we have all the people that are in the area already registered. So we tested with my friend multiple accounts.
Now I want to show you one of the accounts that we have created and how do you want to increase the engagement, make this long-lasting relationship. This is why AI is here for. So you can see the newly created account like Jess, and these are all the folks that we have connected with. So we show like this is the people based on your interest or your neighborhood. You can find more the connections who are meaningful to you. And once you have made friends, since we have the shared memories, like me and Ansel created this vibe coding, so we started to put it on your news feed so that we know this is how we created, this is how we established the connection, and so memories, photos bring a lot of memories. So post this event as well, we can like tag each other, nudge each other on the connections, and post that. Like we have a page where we can create the events in itself based on the shared interest. So as you can see, like Mark and I have a shared interest in yoga, so we kind of have created an event based on that. And also we try to bring in like the events which we have attended together. That's the SheBuilds Lovable event that we are all here for. So this pulls the data from the Google Calendar, the events which I have in my Google Calendar, and if Ansel has also attended the same event, so we can match it and we can say that, hey, this is how we connected on each other. And then we have like a platform with respect to messaging, one-to-one or group setting, so that we have the nudges feature bringing in folks into the long-lasting relationship. That's our idea. Thank you so much for listening in.
So you both used Lovable before. Tell me a little bit about how it was working in a team. Did you just use one account? Did you add each other?
Yeah. So I have used Lovable before to create like personal website, but not like a full-fledged workflow like this. So this is technically I'm a new voice as well. And how we were able to create is through a shared workspace. I shared the link to the workspace to Ansel, and she was able to log in, and we were able to vibe code it together. But along the way, we had a lot of challenges. I think Ansel can explain with respect to what are the challenges that we have faced.
Yeah, so for the challenges, I actually attended like a couple workshops from Lovable, and I have like idea on how to work on my own. But here, like we were just talking about our ideas, and then we realized, oh, we have like similar idea. Let's just work on it together. And then we realized like we can create a shared space. And while working on it, we realized that we can't really like simultaneously like run a prompt. So we had to really wait like 10 minutes or 15 minutes until my prompt is like generated, updated the website, and then we'll have to like wait again. So that created a challenge like in timing. And also something else I would say maybe the version control. If let's say we had like a version control feature on Lovable, that would have been helpful, because then it would allow us to like, let's say, work on different pages at the same time. So it wasn't. And because I was uploading like 5 pages description on Lovable, like just the one prompt, it took like 15 to 20 minutes for it to like update the website. So that was like a challenge.
Were you able to queue prompts?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say like, Lovable's pretty easy to share, but there's 2 challenges. Like you said, one, you kind of got to coordinate who's doing what, because there's no real branching and merging like in GitHub. You could do that too, right? Second, like if you've done it before, today it doesn't matter because it's all free. But whoever like owns the project, you're using all of their credits. Like you don't use the second person's credits. And I'll also say just like one thing, because someone talked about like, oh, can I like continue this project? This thing in the corner here of like edit with Lovable, it's in the corner there.
Yeah.
Like you can, if you have that there, people can like basically copy that website into their own project and like work on it too. So that's always another way of sharing it without having to use your own credits or your own credits, whether it's Lovable credits or cloud credits or AI credits. Cool. Any other questions?
Did you have to use multiple APIs to get data from Luma and whatever else you're using?
That's correct. Yeah. For even like on our onboarding process, like for example, like to have the Spotify playlist into our platform, we had to use a lot of like connectors. We had to go to the client key and
get like the client key, secret keys, like, so it's very easy to integrate Spotify, very easy to like integrate like, let's say, Pinterest, depending on what you use. So we didn't really like integrate all of the social media apps that we listed. So we just did whatever was easiest. Spotify was like a very easy one, and it can pull actually like the interest like based on music. So it's really helpful to like with matching and stuff.
So you just use the standard Lovable connectors, right?
Yes. On Lovable, it actually, so I used Claude AI to like generate a prompt, and then it would tell me like actually like step by step how to like integrate Spotify. So it's fairly like easy. You don't really need to like work with backend or anything.
Yeah. It's always my advice. If you don't know what to do, ask AI first. Okay, great. We'll go to the next one. Thank you so much. John?
Hi everyone, I'm Smitra, and today I built a platform that would give information about MFT housing in Seattle. How many of you are aware of MFT housing in Seattle? A few people. What about other people who moved to Seattle and was looking for housing and was really having a hard time? Well, everybody had an easy time finding housing. Okay, so
No one wants to admit to it.
yeah, okay, looks like, yeah, that's good. So this platform is basically, MFT housing is anyone, people who are low income, basically people who make less than 90K within the Seattle limit can rent an apartment in luxury apartments. Usually they're a couple hundred off per month. And it's, the law is designed by City of Portland, but each building also have their own requirement for acceptance. So basically my platform is to show. So I got all the data from MFT housing, Seattle housing. And so you can look up, in each neighborhood I have like filters here, like for example, SLU, how many buildings are offering MFT housing. And if you're looking for, like, depending on the bedrooms they offer in each building, like I can filter by 1 bedroom or 2 bedrooms. Also, like this is a MII, like based on the income itself. It's moving, right?
Yes.
Okay. Also, I added a couple of layers. I went through this process a couple months ago and I got rejected. So I was like really pissed off about the process itself. And so when I went online, people had a lot of opinion to share in Reddit and other platforms like Facebook. I was like, what if we have a platform where people can get the resources plus the comment itself, like what in one place. So I added a comment section where people can add comments about their application process. For example, let's say Sumitra, I went through an application process. I went through the application process and it was not easy, right? So let's say one posted a comment and they can reply to that comment and the conversation will add up. Hopefully for the future applicants, and it's also comment based on buildings, like you can, for example, this building right here is comment for that building. And then hopefully other applicants come and can see, okay, this building had a really difficult application process, right? Let's go to another building and apply. And also added another features where each buildings can, like, user can click on the map and each building will show up. And I can click on share experience and people can share this experience. Hopefully, okay, hopefully, so these comments can go to City of Portland and maybe City of Government can take comments from clients or user, whoever is going to.
So, like, tell us a little bit about your experience building this with Lovable. Have you used it before? Have you used other coding platforms?
So this is actually my first time using the Lovable, and so I wanted to just stick to this site itself to see how it works. My background is I'm a developer, so I wanted to see how easy or difficult it is. It's fairly easy for the front end to do it, but I think for the back end to look at an API and like database and everything, it can be a bit complicated. So.
And have you used other AI coding platforms?
Yeah.
Tell us about them.
Basically Claude and other Cursor as well.
So what do you think are like kind of the pros and cons of like Lovable versus like Claude or Cursor? It's more like informational.
Yeah. I found it. I think I've used Claude a lot. I think both of them are fairly easy, but as a developer, I think I would maybe use Claude more. Yeah. Maybe this Lovable.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Back
end, like you said.
Yeah, I think a lot easier. But then also, I've only used this for an hour or two, right? So I don't know, like, what's the
Questions?
I have a feature suggestion.
Yes.
Thinking about what somebody else created in our group earlier, maybe you could add a rating tab. So it could be like based on the already the rating of the building, and then like ease of application as well, and it could be like some tier rating 1 through 5 or something.
Good point. Thank you for the suggestion.
Any other questions?
I want to answer your question because I'm also new to Lovable, but I used Cursor and Cloudflow before, and I found when I like give a prompt, they will review my prompt and give me survey questions about what the data platform you want to use, or what is it, a web page or an app, which I'm not clear in the prompt. And I think that is awesome and lovable. And also another feature was like the visual editing. If you open that, and that will be making as a PowerPoint kind of like drag and drop, which would make a lot easier.
All right, thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Nandita Krishnan. I want to start by the problem that I was trying to solve. So yesterday I went to an event. There was about 80 people in a very small room. It was really fun. It was 2 hours of networking, by the way. So it was really fun, a lot of talking. But I felt at the end of the day that after connecting with so many people, the point of actually connecting with them on social media was less. There was more resistance towards it. I mean, you can always ask for social media while you're chatting with somebody, but there's a lot of, you need to bring that up, there's a lot of friction and resistance in that process of actually connecting with the people that you meet in an event like this. So I created something called Sparck, where the C is silent for connection silence. I don't know. Spark was already taken, so I wanted to do it. Okay. So right now, you can try it out right now if you want to. If you want to connect with the people in this room right now. The domain ID is Sparck with the C -new.vercel.app. So right now, it actually requires you to confirm your email address in general, but for now I've stopped it because Superbase has a 2 per hour limit. So this one, you can just sign up with anything, and then sign in. And once you're in, it'll ask you your location. I might change this because this is just built. But I want you to be able to choose the location. Once you choose the location, you'll see all the events. Right now, this is grabbing the events from Luma, but maybe that will change too. But you can choose the events that you are currently attending. You can check in. Once you check in, you'll get access, or you will get to see all the people who have also checked into this event. And then you can tap on the folks that you actually connected with, because I don't want this to be a way for your social media or whatever, your LinkedIn to be accessible to everyone. So there needs to be a match. So once you click on somebody, the other person can go to this event, and if they also click on you, then you can see it's a match. And then you get to see their credentials, if they had good credentials. So in my case, I did. So you can see, so you can see your matches here, where you met, and whatever credentials or like whatever LinkedIn social media links you provided, and which is the preferred method of communication. So for example, I said my website is my preferred method of communication, so it will direct you to that, but you also have access to whatever other links you provide. Oh, yeah, okay, that's pretty much it. But yeah, try it out, let me know how it is.
Now, Q&A.
Oh, okay.
So, just a few standard questions. So, what did you use to create this?
I used Cursor. I started with Lovable, but after every 2 minutes, so I actually created a plan in Claude, and then I provided that to Lovable. But after every 2-3 prompts, Lovable kept asking me, so what do you want to build today? So I figured maybe I just use my comfortable platform, so I used Cursor.
Got it.
Yeah.
And hosted on yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, like, I guess, tell us about your like coding background or like use these platforms.
Yeah, sure. So I actually have a background in, I did my engineering bachelor's in computer science engineering. And then I worked at Deloitte for 2 years as a consultant, which was not super technical. So I decided I wanted to go back into doing something more technical. So I did a master's in business analytics and project management. And then I joined Adobe as a data scientist. So now I'm a data scientist, which is also, again, not as technical as a software engineer role. But so this kind of gives me that, you know, path to do something more technical than I usually do at work. Yeah.
Cool. Questions from the audience?
Yeah.
So how did you pull the data from Luma?
Luma has its API using the API they provide. Yeah.
What if Luma just create another feature?
They could. They could. But maybe I could, right now I'm pulling data from Luma, but it could be modified to pull data from meetups and whatever other platforms are there that are more popular. So maybe that could be a USP.
My experience with Luma, by the way, is like a 5-person team, and they like are not really launching features, which is a little surprising. Anything else?
Tell again the website that you use.
Yeah.
Because like Lovable didn't work.
Cursor. It's an IDE. It's
a
just like,
platform,
yeah.
Yeah, what LLM did you use in Cursor?
Opus.
Opus.
4.6, yeah.
All right, great, thank you.
So just the context, I'm building a platform that connects event creators and brand sponsors. So I saw your email last night and looking for food and drink sponsors. And that's been my experience. Every event organizers are always looking for sponsors to, you know, bring swags to their events. And a lot of the brands that I've talked to, they're always looking for their target customers in real life, gathered in a spot. How convenient is it for them, right? If they can find the perfect event that have their target customers and demographics all in one spot, and then they can like showcase their brand and build that personal relationships. So that's the platform that we're building. And how we're doing is we've built the matching algorithm to use the audience demographic interests and shared goals to match make events and brand sponsors, and we will drop them into a chat, which is very open-ended and it's not really easy to navigate. So I tried to like connect my GitHub with Lovable, but it didn't work. I spent a lot of time trying to figure that out, and I decided I'm just gonna create a POC to kind of test what that chat experience could look like if there's a Genie that facilitates, moderates, and summarizes the conversation to not only coach and guide the chat experience, but also, you know, generate a sort of contract or terms between those two parties in real life or in real time during the conversation is happening. So again, this is a proof of concept, so I made it easy for myself, and we're gonna say, so Unji, my name, I'm gonna be the organizer, event organizer, and Alex will be the brand sponsor for my favorite drink, Spindrift. I should have used La Crusade or LaCroix or something like that. So Unji, event creator, will say, oops, hi, I'm bringing together about 100, oh my god, 100 beautiful women for a 4-hour hackathon event. Can we get 250 cans? And then from the sponsor side, when it's their conversation turn, it will give them the coaching guideline and also quick survey to collect information to draft the ready to send messages. So what is your primary goal for the partnership? Product placement. We can ship to the venue, and then I want the tone to be very casual, and it will generate the response. Okay.
We can finish.
To send, and same thing for the other side as well. That's it.
So, first time using Lovable, or?
Yes,
Yeah.
unlike the two other ladies, I don't have any technical background. And this was what I
Have you
was
used
able
other?
to do. No, this is first time.
First time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, I think someone else had this experience too. Lovable isn't great at bringing in a
Connecting.
GitHub repository.
Yeah.
You can create this and then sync it to GitHub and then bring it from GitHub into something like Cursor or Cloud Code.
Right.
But like that way works well. The reverse, like, yeah, isn't great. Okay, so how have you been working on this kind of before today?
So I have my development team.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, I have a team that's working with me on the platform.
Cool. Questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So your final product will be a document that both parties will sign up, right? Like the official.
I mean the
agreement?
deliverable?
Yeah.
Yeah, so well the deliverable will be the partnership between the two parties. But yes, the idea of the Genie is to moderate the conversation so that both parties can efficiently and productively come to a negotiation or agreement, so that partnership can actually happen.
Maybe in the future you can also connect it with this. I forgot the name of the app where you sign all the official.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe they can finish it and have like a finalized document signed by both parties and ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the current process in the market for event sponsorships. Like people are looking for like proposal deck or contract to actually activate the event sponsorship. But I feel like that could change because a lot of event creators and also brand sponsors that I've been interviewing, they're more interested in like actually finding partners and developing that relationship rather than doing one-off contracts. So yeah,
Thank you.
We'll see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Jessica Lindsay. I don't have any background in coding, but I do work in IT infrastructure. The idea that I wanted to solve today was if you have a kid's soccer schedule, or maybe you do March Madness or something like that, and or maybe you like to do a paper calendar and you like to write everything in your planner, but you want it digital, and you just take a screenshot or a picture and upload it to your calendar so you don't have to search and do 50 different things. So here you can just connect your Google Calendar, and it should already be connected for me since I did this earlier. And as soon as this is connected, I have a screenshot of a schedule here that I'm just going to drag and drop, and it will create a calendar event for all of the events. So if you have multiple, it just created them. You can edit them if there's something wrong, and then you can just click download and it will go ahead and put them all directly on your calendar. Any questions?
So, first time using Lovable, have you used other platforms? Like,
First time using Lovable. I do use ChatGPT and Claude. Prep for today, I spent about an hour on Claude this morning, just telling it my idea and how am I going to do this. And so I came with a prompt already to paste into Lovable, but I hadn't logged into my account or anything. So I actually spent most of my time today doing that. The actual creation of this was super fast because I already had the prompt made from Claude, and then I got some really good feedback from the mentor on, tell Lovable to ask clarifying questions as if you were a TPM or a senior engineer, and it asked me a couple of questions as well. And then some problems I ran into, I didn't want it to charge you money, so I limited it to one thing, and then I didn't realize I also limited myself, so I could only upload one picture at a time. So I went back and removed that so I could test it. I did try the testing feature in Lovable as well, so I tried to send it to somebody else in my group. We couldn't get it to work, so I actually just published it and sent her the published version, and it worked. So that's still something that's open.
So did you you asked Claude to make prompts to put into Lovable? Did you use the plan feature to start with Lovable, or you just executed the Claude prompt?
I went on the main page, I opened Lovable, made my account, and dropped the prompt. And then just started going.
Okay. And then for the asking a question, then you use the plan chat mode to
I actually, while I was here, went back into Claude and said, can you give me some questions? Put it in there. I have the prompt actually up. It was very brief and short. I mean, this is the prompt that I used in blue. That's to start. So, yeah.
Cool. Any other questions?
I really love the idea, and it's very simple and very on point, and I would love to use it if you are open to maybe continue working on it. I would love
Let's connect to LinkedIn. Let's chat.
My question would be, how long did you spend on the idea itself and coming up with the idea?
So the idea was actually my friend Rachelle's. That's why I named the app Rachelle. So I was like, I'm going to this event. I have no idea what to build. And I was actually thinking, oh, how can I do something with, I'm on the data center side, so how can we do site selection or something like that and all the variables, and it was way too complicated. And she was like, well, I just want to put stuff in my calendar. So I built that. Yeah. Yes.
What kind of screenshots can it take? Can it take handwritten notes? Can it take like a screenshot of?
I would love for it. What kind of screenshots can it take? Can it take handwritten notes? Is your question?
Yeah, handwritten notes or from a poster, right? You
Yes.
see a poster.
Oh yes, great.
You take a photo and I want to attend this. Book my calendar on it.
So yes, I made a little mini roadmap for it. I wanted to take handwritten, but for here I only tested the screenshot, and I actually did run into an issue with the screenshot because it didn't have the year. The first time I tried to do it, said there was an error, and so then also I went to my amazing mentor who's right over here. She's trying to run away. So she gave me the recommendation to go back to ChatGPT or Claude and ask, let it know what you put in, let it know it's not working, and it said, oh, well, it needs a year. Because the screenshot said April 5th and the time, which we would infer is next month, but it did not. So then I put one more thing in there that said, if there's no year, assume this and use this format, and it fixed it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Video game.
Hey everyone. Yeah, I made a game. You might have played a version of this game if you ever owned an old version of a cell phone. So anyway, I made it so you can choose the different difficulty level, easy, medium, or hard, and then you can choose how many points it takes to win the game. So basically, yeah, you just do this. And in the medium and the hard level, there are asteroids. So, yeah, that's basically it.
So, I mean, first, just a little like background. So, first time you've used Lovable?
Yeah, it's my first time using Lovable. I have used Claude and Gemini and ChatGPT before, but this is my first time with Lovable.
Tell us about like the prompts that you created, and like, so it's all just stored in like browser memory at this point. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about the prompt.
Yeah. So I just
show us too if you want.
Yeah, I just prompted it to. I just prompted it early on to make a version of this game. Let's see. And then I asked it, so I asked it to make it in like a single HTML file, and then the user plays against the computer spaceships and moves their spaceship with the arrow keys. And it made like a simpler version of this. And then I asked it to make the spaceships look more realistic because they were just like really pixelated looking at first. And then I had like a little bit of an error, like it stopped, like when it updated the spaceships and they wouldn't shoot any like bombs or anything anymore. So I asked it to, like why it wasn't working, and then I asked it to add the 3 different difficulty levels to make it more challenging. And then I just said, I'd used a similar prompt on a different game that I made on a different platform. So
which platform, like Claude?
on Claude.
Okay.
The other day. That was a totally different game that I made, but so I just wanted to make something that was simple enough that I could like try it out and see how the graphics look on Lovable and everything, and I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, tell us about like kind of the game you made on Claude with artifacts versus Lovable. Like kind of what's the like pros and cons of.
I'd say the pros of Lovable is that I feel like the graphics look really good for making something like this. And I read a LinkedIn post by like a CTO of a company before, and he like a couple days ago, and he was talking about different platforms, and he said that he said that Lovable was like probably the best for UX design in his opinion, and I'd have to say that I most likely agree with that. I'm not like as skilled technically, but I think it works really well for designing things.
Any time for one question if anyone has it?
I just like to take it to the next level also. I've done something similar. You can create enemies and spaceships in Gemini image creation.
Oh,
and
cool.
use those as your like game.
Oh,
pieces.
cool.
So something to do later.
Yeah, something to do later for sure.
So actually, I was a researcher in psychology, and we did every day-to-day design experiments like that, and give people and record their behaviors, like reaction time, how many clicks they did, and can Lovable record those kind of information? That requires a backend, and how to verify the reaction time is actually the period that we want to record. How do you test it?
Yeah, I mean, so like you said, this is just front end. You just said, like literally in this prompt, you said just make HTML. But yeah, with Lovable Cloud, you can have a back end. It can record like clicks and timestamps in like a database, and then you could go look at that database and then like verify by yourself, like use a timer and then see what it is. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, John.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. I am targeting, like, how many of you have had this question, what should I wear today in the morning? Everyone. So my app basically targets 2 things. It helps us design and curate a wardrobe with the pieces that we already have in our closet. So it helps us to make like more sustainable choices. And also the other thing is about sizing, since you already have the pieces in your closet, so you don't need to worry about whether the thing that you're going to buy is going to fit you exactly or not. Once you log in,
it creates like a custom profile for your wardrobe. And now, as you can see, so I can upload pictures from my gallery of the outfits that I already have. So I've already added some sample pictures over here, as you can see, and I can prompt it like, let's say casual brunch with friends in Seattle. So it will give me a suggestion for the outfit based on like what I have in my wardrobe already. So as you can see, it suggests this neutral pants, heels, and making it practical but polished. If I change and make it like Alaska, so it would actually tell me like to put on a jacket or wear like layers and things like that. So you can see that it has changed, and warmth is the top priority, sweater and skirt set, so things like that. If I want to add an inspiration, let's say I went on Pinterest and I want to add some inspiration, so I can actually go ahead and let's say this is my inspiration picture, and it will try to match whatever things I have in my wardrobe, and you can see it's matching. Okay, yeah. So I have this skirt from Chic, and then then it matches with the top, and you can see that the heels are not exactly white, but since the top is black, it formed like a pair of black heels which were there in my closet, and it gives me this version. It also has an outfit logging, so you can log like which date you wore like which outfit. So in case you don't want to repeat outfits, you're worried about that.
So you can remember.
Yeah, it can keep a track of that. And then finally, there are insights like what you like to wear the most. You can, what you should consider donating in case you have not worn them a lot. So yeah, so there are like multiple benefits of it.
I think after this app is like live, no girl would say that I don't have anything to wear. So we'll have a lot of data.
Yeah, so that's the goal. Yeah, so that's my idea.
Wow.
So, first time using Lovable, have you used other AI coding platforms?
Yeah, I have used Manus.
Okay.
So that's also similar to like building website. But I love the UI interface that Lovable has. It's very like curated. I told it to make a fashion app, and it put like exact images and like color theme palettes. So I love that a lot.
Awesome. And so you have like some programming experience. Like, tell us a little bit of like how this is different from what you do normally.
Yeah, so in normal life I'm like a software engineer at Meta. So I work with like the backend systems a lot. I don't usually get a chance to make UI and UX and like see how people are interacting. So I think the planning part of this app was pretty interesting when I was going back and forth with Lovable. Okay, this is my idea, like how should I make it UI UX friendly? So I really enjoyed that part, like bringing colors and like buttons and everything. So I guess yeah, that part was really cool.
Any other questions?
I really love it, and I think that there are so many possible integrations, from like working with a stylist to a marketplace integration. So I was just, it's a feature suggestion. I just had this idea, but there can be so much. But so you have the number 5, never worn. Maybe like when you click on it, you can see all of the items that you never worn, and then it can automatically create a Facebook Market post for those to sell them, because like I don't think you would like ever wear them again.
Right.
Or maybe a connection with Crossroads, the thrift store where you can sell it. So
that's a great idea, and I love where you're going with advertising and marketing. Thanks.
I also have a feature suggestion that initially when you buy clothes, sometimes at multiple websites or places like Macy's and other places, they take your email. So if it is already integrated and you get the bill, as soon as you purchase it, it is well integrated.
Yeah, that was my future thought as well.
Yeah.
Gmail integration.
Maybe we too.
I have a quick question about the structure. Did you have the idea already, or you kind of like came out with the structure of your site as you were prompting? And again, I guess similar question as to the ladies, like did you prompt right away all the pages if you already had an idea, or it was step by step?
Yeah, so I gave it a structure that these are the functionalities that I want, starting with the primary function and then adding on like subsidiary functions, and then it kind of like generated the flow. I gave it like, be brutally honest with me if there are any loopholes, is this a good design? So I ensured I added those things in the prompt to cover all the loopholes, but after that, yeah, it generated all the requirements.
And you asked, did you ask if you have any questions, or you just kind of like went with the suggestions?
Yeah, I asked it like, do you have any other suggestions also? So actually the inventory was a suggestion by them.
Oh wow, nice, thank you.
Thanks.
Feel the spark, let it glow. Ideas rising, watch 'em